Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, children.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
We'll just wait for 1 more minute and then I'm going to start, children. Class will be
Ma'am, you are not audible.
switch off your audios, please. All of you, just switch it off. Now is it clear? Just show me a
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning,
audio, children. Switch off. All of you switch off your audio.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. So we will have a 45-minute session. So 10:05 we are starting. So as soon as it is 10:50, just remind me, one of you, okay? So that you can get a 10-15 minutes break before you start for the second class. Okay, so we'll start with, it is the last session of simultaneous linear equations. We were doing word problems. Today I'm going to do certain more word problems of different variety so that everything is clear, and finally you will be able to solve each and every question of the exercise. I've already given you the scanned copy of the chapter, and also I have given you number of chapters which are there in the book. That is also attached at the end. Please go through all the pages which I have given in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so I'll just share my screen. Okay, can you see, children, this word problem on your screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. The length of a room exceeds its breadth by 3 meters. If the length is increased by 3 meters and breadth is decreased by 2 meters, the area remains the same. Find the length and breadth of the room. Now, children, I want all of you to attempt this. Get me the equation. If you're not able to get the equation, then I will do. So I give you 2 minutes time. Understand the question and then start. Read questions 2 or 3 times. Try to understand what the question is telling you, and then you start. I would suggest that you use 2 different variables for length and breadth. Otherwise, you will not, if you're using one variable, you will not get a linear equation in 2 variables. Yes. Who will tell me the first equation? Kushi, please tell me the first equation, and before that tell me how you have introduced your variable, because that is the first step I've told you. Before you use your x and y and form the equation, first thing is you need to tell me what is your x and what is your y. So Kushi, tell me what is x and what is y.
Length is x and breadth is y.
Length is x and breadth is y. Okay, wait, I'll just write it. Okay. Let the length be equal to x meters, right? And breadth is equal to y meters. Okay. Yes, Kushi. So tell me the first equation. Yes, Kushi. Arlene, tell me the first equation. Why? It is so simple.
Ma'am, may I try?
Try interpreting the first statement of the question. It's very simple.
Ma'am, can it be?
Toshit, I will ask you, then only you answer. Let others also answer. Yes, Amay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, tell me. What will be your first equation?
Ma'am, x minus y is equals to 3.
Excellent. The length of the room exceeds its breadth by 3 meters means that the difference between this word exceeds. It tells you that the difference between the length and breadth is actually 3. So simple. It is x minus y is equal to 3 is your equation number 1. Okay. Now tell me, Priyadarshini, what will be the second equation? If the length is increased by 3 meters and breadth is decreased by 2 meters, the area remains the same. This will give you your second equation. If the length is increased by 3 meters means, what will I do?
X plus 3.
X plus 3.
Very good, x plus 3. So your length is now, new length is x plus 3. And the breadth is decreased by 2 meters. Then what do I do?
Y minus
5 minus 2.
Y minus 2.
5 minus 2.
Okay, then it is saying the area remains the same.
2, which is
How?
equal to 3.
Yes, yes, Priyadarshini. I want the answer from you only. I have already increased the length. I've already decreased the breadth. Now tell me, how do I form the equation if it is saying that in this case, the area remains the same?
Ma'am, x into y.
So do I equate this with x into y? That is what you're saying, yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we will equate it with xy because if the original length was x and the original length was y, the area would have been x into y only, length into breadth. Now when I am doing these changes in length and breadth, then also my area is same only. That means x into y. Now I'm going to simplify the equation, second equation. First one is already simplified, so you don't have to actually do anything. We will simplify the second one. So you can just do it like this. Just multiply xy, multiply both these brackets on the left side. Xy minus 2x plus 3y and minus 6 will be on the left side, and right side will be just xy. Now because xy and xy are both on left and right side, you will just cancel them, and your final equation is 3x minus 2y. I have just written the positive, sorry, 3y, not 3x. 3y minus 2x. Why I have interchanged? I've just interchanged the places of y and x term because I want to always keep the positive one first and then the negative one. You can keep it the way they are in the previous step. That's also fine. And I will take the number, pure number minus 6 to the other side, so it will become plus 6. So finally, this is my equation 2.
Ma'am,
Yes? Yes?
we will multiply the first equation by 3.
Yes, very good.
Instead of y, I had kept it as x minus 3.
Why I have kept it as x minus 3.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
that's what I was saying, that if you are using the same variable, then you will not get two variables. No, in the first one only, if you are using the same variable, then it will not be like linear equation in two variables, because you are only introducing one variable.
Yes, ma'am.
So that way also you can do, but since I'm doing this, I would prefer that I use two variables. You
Yes,
can
ma'am.
go ahead with that, as long as the question is not telling you to form two equations and solve them simultaneously. Okay. So now what I will do, I will just write the equations together.
Multiply.
So let me just write it.
Multiply for 1 by 3.
3y minus
Equation by
2x
3.
is equal to 6
We will
is my equation 2. So now I hope that you will be able to solve these two equations and get the value of x and y. So I will lead you till the equation. After that, solving you have to do. Understood, all of you? Yes, show me a thumbs up. Don't open your audios. Okay. Let's move on to the next question.
Ma'am, could we wait for 2 minutes, please?
Okay. Whenever you are done, just tell me, okay? I'll display the next one.
Yes, ma'am, I'm done.
Okay.
is the x value 15?
I will not give you the answers right now. I will send the answer key. It is one of the question in the exercise. So I'll send the answer key also, you'll come to know, okay? Because I want to cover different varieties today. So let's not solve the complete thing. Only equation part I'm going to do. Okay, this is your next question. Now this is little different. We have done time and work questions in grade 8 also. So there is one logic which goes behind this, and I want to know that how many of you remember this kind of question. 6 men and 8 boys can finish a piece of work in 14 days, while 8 men and 12 boys can do it in 10 days. Find the time taken by one man alone and that by one boy alone to finish the work. Please take your time, understand, don't be in hurry to form the equation, because equation has to be formed correctly to get the right answer.
Ma'am, 6 men. Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Yes, any doubt?
Ma'am,
No,
6
ma'am.
men and 8 together can do it in 14 days, right?
Yes, correct. 6 men and 8 boys can finish it together. When they are employed, they can finish the entire work in 14 days. Again, this is one of the unsolved question. So I have picked up from your unsolved exercise of the chapter, last exercise, which is 5C. These questions are from there only, most of them. So you will see these questions there. So that is why I'm covering almost every kind, so that you don't face any problem while you're doing the exercise. Guneet, are you doing? Yes? Mehak, Erleen, Kushi, Oves, why your videos are off, children? Please switch on your videos. Yashraj, Preksha, Kavya, Udirna, and Manas. Krishna, I have not seen you also. Please keep your videos on. If there is some issue, then only you can switch it off. Otherwise, you keep it on so that I can see that you all are doing it, and I can ask you also the questions, no? Otherwise, it becomes very difficult.
Ma'am, can I answer?
Wait, let everybody do it. Remember, children, in word problems, first thing is you need to introduce your X and Y with the help of English statement. What is your X and what is your? Just don't straight away start forming the equation, because if the other person is checking, he should know what is your X and Y. Then he will come to know, okay, this is the logic you have applied in framing the equation. If you don't introduce your variable, that is like not telling what is X and Y and straight away forming the equation. So always step one is introduce your variable to the examiner or to the checker. Okay. Girija, can you tell me what is your X and Y? Now for assuming your X and Y also, I had initially told you one thing which you should keep in mind while assuming what is your X and Y. That
Ma'am, can I
also,
answer?
wait, yes, Girija. Do you remember what I told you when you are assuming your X and Y? Because these small things, children, if you are not able to recollect, then please write it down somewhere, so that when you are doing it, you just write down the slight things which I keep telling you in between. So two things I told you. First thing was introduction of variable X and Y. Second thing was you will most of the time take your X and Y from the question itself. So the question is at the end asking me how much time will be taken by one man alone, and that by
So
one
it
boy alone.
will be let one man be X and one boy be
Yes,
Y.
yes, correct. So it will be let one man take X days to complete the work, days to finish work, and similarly let one boy take Y days to finish the work. So always we get the clue of our variables from the question itself. At the end they will ask you something, and most of the time 99% of the time you will take your X and Y, that only with what they're asking, and then you will proceed. So note it down somewhere, because most of you don't remember. I keep telling you,
Then
you keep forgetting, so write it somewhere.
we will do 6x plus
Wait,
8.
Toshit. Okay. Now Ishwari, tell me, after this kind of question we have done in grade 8 also. Remember, there were word problems and we used to do these kind of questions. So there was a specific way of doing it.
Ma'am, 1 upon the total.
So what was the logic? You remember partial thing and something you have forgotten. So what was the logic behind it?
14. Ma'am, the work of 6 men plus 8 boys in 1 day is 1 upon 14.
So how do we reach that? I have to go step by step. Straight away I will not form the equation. Okay, I'll tell you. For men, I will tell you. For boy, you will tell me. See, if one man is taking X days to finish the work, one man is taking X days to finish the work. Okay. Now, one man's 1 day work will be one man's 1 day work. Suppose that person is, yes, very good. Suppose
That
I
is
took example of a painting of a wall. Remember, I told you that if there is a wall and I am taking 4 days to finish painting the wall, then in one day, how much work have I done? I have just painted 1/4 of the wall. Second day again 1/4. Third day again 1/4, and fourth day again 1/4. And complete thing, when you add up, it becomes 4/4, which is one complete work, or complete painting is done. So if in total I am taking 4 days, then in one day it will be 1/4. So if total number of days are X, then that one man in one day, he is just finishing this portion of the work, right? Now, if one man is taking this much, and how many I have employed, children? I'm rubbing this part.
6 man.
6 men. I have not employed one man. I have employed 6 men. So what I will do is I will just translate this information. How I will. So one man, this statement you have understood. One man's one day work is 1/6, 1/x. So 6 men, one day work. You will multiply it with 6, isn't it? If one man is finishing this portion, so 6 men will obviously finish 6 times of this work, which is 6/x. Similarly, for boy also, you will find out first one boy, one day's work. If only one boy was there and his one day work was how much? So that will be one boy.
8 boys, one day work will be 8/.
1/y. Therefore, 8 boys, one day work. 8 into 1/y, which is 8/y. So now together what I have formed is 6 men, one day, and 8 boys. That means if for one day you are employing 6 men and 8 boys, they are finishing this amount of work. So I'll just erase this, children. Okay. So, so now, but total work together as a team, they are taking 14 days. So in one day, how much work will be finished?
1/14.
6 men plus 8 boys are taking 14 days to finish the work. So in one day, how much work they will do together?
1/14.
Very good. One day work, right over here, one day work. This is only one day work, which is 1/14, which is nothing but equal to 6/x plus 8/y. So this is your equation 1. Similarly, you will generate equation 2 with the second statement, which says 8 men and 12 boys can do it in 10 days.
Can we try like 6/x plus 8/y is equal to 1/14?
That only. I mean, I didn't have space, so I've just written the left side afterwards. You will write that way only. 6/x plus 8/y is equal to 1/14. Now you will, for the second statement, children, 8 men and 12 boys, you can just write similarly, because for one equation you need to show the complete logic. How did you reach the equation? For the second one, you can just use the word similarly, and you can write it this way. Similarly, for according to condition 2, I'm writing the short form, children. According to condition 2, what was my condition 2? That if I employ 8 men and 12 boys. Then they are finishing the work in 10 days. So according to that, you will, that means similarly, by the word similarly, I am saying that whatever logic I applied over here in framing the first equation will be applied in the second one also. And straight away you write
Will be 8 upon
x
x.
12 upon y is equal to 1 upon 10. This is your equation 2. You don't have to show the working for the second one. First one, detail working you have to show. That means first you will assume your variable x and y, then you will find out one man's 1 day work, then you will find out 6 men's 1 day work, 1 boy 1 day work, 8 boys 1 day work, then add them and then equate it with
Ma'am,
one.
but how we will equate, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. How will
Roshit, your voice is breaking. I'm not able to get your
so
question.
how will we equate this?
How will we equate this? Means equate what? 1 upon 14 is equal to 6 upon x plus 8 upon y.
Oh, ma'am, these two equations, 1 and 2.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't have to equate. Who said you have to equate? You have to solve it like when the variable is in the denominator. So you have to introduce 2 more variables. Remember, we have done it. 8 by x is nothing but 8 into 1 upon x. So 1 upon x you will take as u. 12 upon y is nothing but 12 into 1 upon y.
Yes, ma'am, I got it. 8u and 6u, ma'am, but how there is a relation, ma'am? 1 is there and 4 is there, so we can equate it by multiplying by 4, ma'am, but nothing common between the first equation and the second equation.
Okay, let me then solve it. Wait.
Because I'm not getting it.
Okay, okay. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll just
Okay, ma'am.
open a blank slide and then I will solve it. Okay. So all of you have framed the equation, right? So I'm going to go ahead by solving it. Equation 1 was, just tell me equation 1, children.
Equation 1 was 6 upon x.
Y is equal to 1 upon 14.
Wait. 6 upon x,
Plus 8 upon y
yes.
is equal to 1 upon 14.
So this was equation 1. Equation 2,
8 upon x plus 12 upon y is equal to 1 upon 10.
okay. So I will assume let 1 upon x be equal to u, because now I can see my variables are in the denominator. So I have to go ahead with that method where I will introduce 2 more variables, u and v. So 6 upon x is nothing, children, for your this thing recap. 6 into 1 upon x, and this 1 upon x I'm going to keep it as u. So my equation, new equation will
Ma'am.
be 6u plus 8v. Yes.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, there's one
question.
more way. Ma'am, we can multiply the equation 1 with 4 and equation 2 with 3.
That I will do. Let me just reach the equation.
Ma'am, which question is going on right now? I was disconnected
That same
because
8
of
men,
Wi-Fi problem.
8 men and I mean 6 men, that time and work.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, same question only. 12v is equal to 1 upon 10. This is 3. Don't make it 1. It is 3 equation, and this is 4th because I have now introduced my own variable. So I'm going to, might as well change it. Now what I will do is I see 6 and 8. And I know that 6 4s are 24 and 8 3s are 24. So I will just multiply third equation with 4 and fourth equation with 3. Because u variable, I'll get the same. So let me just make a space over here. So after multiplying it straight away,
Ma'am, 24u plus 32v is equal to 2/7.
4 upon 14 is 2 upon 7. Very good. Excellent. Now into 3. So again you will get 24u plus, write v over here. I forgot.
36v is equal to 2/5.
12 3 the 36v is
To 2
equal
upon
to 3 upon 10. Isn't it? It was 10 days, no? So it was 3 upon 10. Okay. Now what I will do is I will simply subtract. So minus, all signs will change of the second expression. This will cancel 24u and minus 24u. And 32v minus 36v will give me minus 4v, which is equal to 2/7 minus 3/10, which is equal to, you'll take the LCM, it is 70, and 20 minus 21. So which is equal to minus 1 upon 70. So minus 4v is equal to minus 1 upon 70. So
is equal to minus 1/70 into 4.
yes. So I will transpose this minus 4 to the other side. So this will happen like this, children. Minus 4 will get transposed in the denominator, and in the numerator already one minus is there. So minus minus will cancel. So it is minus 1 upon 7 4 is 280. Right? So this was 1 upon 280, but it is 1 upon y is equal to v. One upon y is equal to v, and that means 1 upon y is equal to 1 upon 280. That means y is equal to 280 days. So a boy, if you just employ one boy, he will take 280 days. This is your answer. And similarly, you will find out for the other variable also. Got it? Yes, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, so remember one thing, when your variables are there in the denominator, you have to introduce two more variables of your own, and then you have to get the answer. Then only you will get the answer. So I'll move forward to the next one, and that will be the last one, children. So are you done with it, children? Now second variable you will be able to find out, right? Yes, children?
Yes, ma'am.
The 140.
140? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I also got same.
Ma'am, the answer is
So it will be,
yes, ma'am.
if all of you, I mean most of you are getting 140, then at 140 will be the correct answer. Right?
Ma'am, could you share the answer keys for this question?
Yes, yes, I will. I will, children. Don't worry, I will share. Okay. Now I'll move on to the last category.
Ma'am,
Okay.
but what was the final answer?
Final answer was that only, y is equal to, y was the time taken by one boy, that was 280, and x is 140.
Ma'am, but we had to find 1 upon x plus 1 upon y.
We have to find out. Yes, ma'am. We have to find out how much they do in 1 day. Sorry. How much one man and one boy do, ma'am?
How much time one boy will take. So
Yes,
that
ma'am.
we assumed as x and y, no, not 1 upon x and 1 upon y. 1 upon x and 1 upon y was the was u and v.
Yes, ma'am. But we never found the answer.
We got the answer, 280 we got. Value of v was 1 upon 280, and v was, see, I will just, we got v is equal to Wait. We got the answer. We got V upon is equal to 1 upon 280.
Yes,
But V
ma'am.
was nothing but equal to 1 upon Y. So
Y
1
is
upon
equal
Y is equal to 1 upon 280. So that means Y is equal to 280. No, this we got. I wrote it on the screen. I did not calculate U value. I calculated just V and then Y value. And I told that X you will calculate. Are you getting Neo? Yes, Neo.
Yes, ma'am. But didn't we have to find out how many days they take to complete the task?
How many days they took individually? One man individually and one
Yes,
boy
ma'am.
individually. So this was the time taken by one boy individually, because that is how I introduced the variable that let
Yes, ma'am.
one boy take Y days. So Y days are 280. What confusion is
Ma'am,
there?
I had assumed it as one man and one boy together.
No, no, no. Why one man and one boy together? They don't want the together answer. Please go through. I'll just tell you the, see, this was the question. When you are taking two different, there is a man, there are boys. So for man, you will take a separate variable. For boy, you will take a separate variable. We can't combine both the things. And the question is also asking you separately. Find the time
Yes,
taken
ma'am.
by one man alone and that by one boy alone. They're very specific. Isn't it? Understood, Neo?
Yes, ma'am. I read the question wrong, ma'am.
Okay. So I assume the variable, that was why opening statement, you have to be very careful how you are introducing your variables and what are you taking your variables is very important. Okay, I'll move on to the next one. This is the next one, children. Boat and stream. This also we had done in grade 8. I remember explaining you upstream and downstream. So a motorboat takes 6 hours to cover 100 kilometer downstream and 30 kilometer upstream. If the motorboat goes 75 kilometer downstream and returns back to its starting point in 8 hours, find the speed of the motorboat in still water and the rate of stream. Now I want the equations from you, children. So first thing is, Krishna, you tell me what will be your X and Y.
Just a second.
Ma'am,
Yes?
ma'am, speed of motorboat in still water can be X and rate of the stream can be Y.
Very good. So whatever they are asking you, those will be the things which you are going to assume. So since they are asking me the speed of stream, speed of motorboat and speed of motorboat and speed of rate means speed of stream. So your introduction will be let speed of boat is equal to X kilometer per hour. Please write the unit also, very important. Speed of water body or a stream, whether it is a river or whatever is there, you will write it as Y. And children, always the boat speed is more than your water speed. What is the meaning of upstream and downstream? Okay, let me, Yashraj, tell me, what is upstream and downstream?
Ma'am, upstream means upwards, ma'am.
What is upwards? How can I go upwards in a pond?
Ma'am, can I tell?
Ma'am,
Ma'am, can I tell?
Who's telling me? Can I tell? Tell me your
Ma'am,
name.
Cheshta.
Cheshta, tell me.
Ma'am, upstream means to move in the opposite direction of the direction the water is flowing.
and downstream is flowing with the direction with the water.
Okay, so what will happen when I flow upstream?
Ma'am, our speed will decrease.
Very good. So what will be my decreased speed?
X minus y.
Very good. X minus y. If I am moving against the flow of water, obviously the water is going to give me some kind of restriction, right? So my speed, although my speed is x, but because I am flowing in the opposite direction, it will be net speed will be x minus y. Speed downstream, that means whichever direction water is flowing, my boat is also flowing in the same direction, so speeds will get added. So x plus y. So if this is the speed upstream and downstream. Now let's come to the question. So these four statements are very, very important. Just write it so that I can just rub and finally we get the
We
equation.
will do 7, we take 100 outside the bracket, x plus y is equal to 6, and
Okay, let me see. Now he is saying that this boat takes 6 hours to cover.
can I try?
Okay, Toshit, tell me.
We will take 100 outside the bracket, and in bracket we will do x plus y is equal to 6 hours. Then 75 outside the bracket, and in bracket x minus y is
What will happen to 30? What will happen to 30? Okay, I will tell you. We know time is equal to distance upon speed, isn't it? So time taken to cover 100 kilometer upstream and 30 kilometer, 100 kilometer downstream and 30 kilometer upstream was 6 hours. So I'm going to just find out the time 100 upon, this is downstream. So this is for the first sentence. I have not moved to the second one. The first sentence, 100 kilometers was my downstream flow.
It
So
should
I
be
will
x plus
put
y.
the speed of
Yes, ma'am.
downstream, and 30 kilometers I moved upstream.
x plus
It should be x plus y.
X plus y, first one.
Sorry, first one is x plus y and
Yes.
second one is x
Minus
minus y. This is time taken while flowing downstream. This is time taken, this complete thing, children. Time taken flowing downstream, and this is time taken flowing upstream, and together they are equal to 6 hours. So this is my equation number 1. I come to equation 2 now. Equation 2 I'll get from the second statement, which tells me that if that same motorboat goes 75 kilometer downstream and returns to the same starting point. What is the meaning of this?
It goes 75 meters away from the starting point and then comes back.
So that means 75 kilometer downstream and 75 kilometer upstream, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So that means in that case, again, you will apply the same logic. So 75 kilometer downstream. So distance is 75, speed of downstream is this. So this was downstream time. And same distance I covered while going back. This is upstream time. And together I took in this journey, I took 8 hours. So this is equation number 2. So
then what we will take for x plus minus y.
You have done this kind of, I have taken one of the example where you will take,
Yes, ma'am.
you will take complete x plus y as u, 1
I
upon,
got it, ma'am.
1 upon x plus y as u. Wait,
Ma'am, I got it.
got it? I'll just, for others, those who don't remember, complete 1 upon x plus y as u and 1 upon x minus y as v. Understood? So now we will finish the class, children. And your final equation, I'll just write it. 100u plus 30v is equal to 6 is equation number 3, and equation number 4 is 75u plus 75v is equal to 8. This is equation number 4. So after that you have to solve, get the value of u and v, then get the value of x and y. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So we will stop over here. It is already almost 10:50. Okay, so whatever I have covered today, children, is that clear? Start doing. I have posted
Yes,
everything
ma'am.
in the group. So all exercises, all questions are very, very important, children. Extremely important. Whatever 4 chapters we have done, it has got a lot of variety, I'm telling you. So you will not
Yes,
be able
ma'am.
to cover everything in one go. It has to be continuous and ongoing practice. So keep doing it. Keep sending your doubts. Kaustav, still now I have not got your doubts. I told you resend your doubts so that I can take up in the class. Okay. So resend it to me today in the evening, or maybe by tomorrow, so that I can take it either on Saturday or the coming week. Okay. Don't keep your doubts pending. If some for any reason, if the doubts are not discussed, then I will take up in the next class. You need to just remind me. Okay. Okay, children. So we will just wind up the class. Thank you and have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.